What's up YouTube, SalvoG here and welcome back to another video. Today I am debuting a new segment to the channel where I basically scour the internet for interesting rock and roll news. It could be music, it could be movies, entertainment, everything to do with music and of course rock and roll. And I think this is going to be an interesting addition to the channel, sort of like maybe every other day, every 2 days, something where you could look forward to and catch up on and just sit back and listen to me read some interesting snippets of information. So the only thing I ask is that you give me some feedback down below. Let me know if you like this idea, if you enjoy it, and you would like me to continue. All right, without further ado, I found a few articles that caught my interest, and those are the ones that I'm going to focus on today. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, I'm going to go full screen. All right, Peter Jackson says more Beatles music is still conceivable. Now, get this. Filmmaker Peter Jackson, who helmed the revised version of the Beatles' Get Back documentary, believes more music from the band is certainly conceivable. Recently, the Beatles released Now and Then, a track built upon a demo recorded by John Lennon in 1980. And by the way, I'm going to listen to that, so look forward to that on my channel. Modern technology helped producers extract Lennon's vocals, then combine them with the material recorded by George Harrison in the mid-1990s, along with contributions from surviving members Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr. Now and Then has been billed as the final Beatles song, but Jackson, who was closely involved in the process of creating the tune, believes that may not be the case. We can take a performance from Get Back, separate John and George, and then have Paul and Ringo add a chorus or harmonies, the filmmaker explained to the Sunday Times, noting how technology could help salvage even more Beatles material. You might end up with a decent song, but I haven't had conversations with Paul about that. Though Jackson admitted such a project would be fanboy stuff, he added that the undertaking is certainly conceivable. All right, so why Peter Jackson believes the world needed Now and Then? I'm interested myself to find that out before maybe I take a listen to it later on today. So going forward, let's see what he says here. Some have openly questioned why Jackson and the remaining Beatles needed to resurrect a song which was abandoned decades ago. In response, the filmmaker explained that he views as society's need for Now and Then. Well, with the world in the state it is, we needed the Beatles to appear again, the director noted, as if a flying saucer has touched down and they've got off in providing us with one of their last songs to cheer us up. Not a bad reason, admittedly. I'll accept that. Why not? Of course. I'm sure we can all agree with that. So like I said, yeah, I will be listening to the song from the Beatles probably today actually. So maybe check my channel for that, as it might be there. All right. Another interesting story. This one was really cool to me. So let's get into it. Man on Led Zeppelin cover identified after 52 years. Look at this. I thought this was so neat. The identity of the man on the cover of Led Zeppelin has finally been identified by a historian 52 years after the album's release. The well-known image of an elderly bearded figure who is carrying a bundle of wood on his back is said to have been discovered by Robert Plant in an antique store while the album was under production. It was colorized and hung on the wall of a partly demolished building for the cover shoot. Yeah, you can see the wall here in the background. The identity, scrolling down a little bit. University researcher Brian Edwards discovered another print of the same picture in 2021 while studying the pictorial history of Wiltshire, a mostly rural country of England known for its ancient stone circles, including Stonehenge and Avebury. Further research revealed that the handwriting on both prints match, which led to the conclusion that the picture was taken around 1892 by photography teacher Ernest Howard Farmer. He'd written the caption, "A Wiltshire Thatcher," on the print, which helped Wiltshire Museum discover that the roof mender was named Lot Long. When the shot was taken, Long, sometimes known as Longear, was a widower living in the town of Mere. So, newly identified Led Zeppelin photo to be featured in exhibition. Led Zeppelin created the soundtrack that has accompanied me since my teenage years. Edwards said via The Guardian, "I really hope the discovery of this Victorian photograph pleases and entertains Robert, Jimmy, and Jean Paul. The photo will be part of the upcoming exhibition titled The Wiltshire Thatcher, a photographic journey through Victorian Wessex in 2024. We will show how the farmer captured the spirit of the people, villages, and landscapes of Wiltshire and Dorset that were so much of a contrast to his life in London," said Wiltshire Museum Director David Dawson. "It is fascinating to see how this theme of rural and urban contrasts was developed by Led Zeppelin and became the focus of this iconic album cover 70 years later." I mean, this is such a cool story. That exhibition is probably going to be really, really awesome. A photographic journey through Victorian Wessex in 2024. That just sounds like something I want to go to. I really like going to the DIA here in Detroit. It's one of my favorite places, actually. It's just so interesting. Lots of cool stuff. All right. Here's another interesting story I thought was pretty cool. Bruce Dickinson to star in ABBA tribute band horror movie. Yes, it is real. Iron Maiden frontman Bruce Dickinson will star in Bjorn of the Dead. Bjorn of the Dead, a new horror movie about an ABBA tribute band that finds itself trapped in a nightclub at the dawn of the apocalypse alongside a slew of other tribute bands. And I like that idea a lot, actually. I'm totally down for that. I want to see that. No, really. Per Deadline, Dickinson will play Arbiter lead singer Bjorn, who cranks out tunes from the Swedish pop legends alongside his bandmates Benny, Anifrid, and Agneta on the weekends. The band considers calling it quits as the gigs become increasingly dismal, but they change their tune when Benny learns of a battle of the bands for tribute acts at the Nini Daimi. When they arrive at the venue, a disturbance forces them to take cover backstage. Other tribute band members get injured in the process and transform into undead monsters with a thirst for blood. Elsa Kephart will direct Bjorn of the Dead, which will also feature several rock and metal cameos. That's so cool. The film is based on an original story by co-producers Andrew Prendergast and Dickinson's son, Austin Dickinson, who also sings for the band As Lions and formerly Rise to Remain. Raven Banner will handle worldwide sales. Yeah, so I'm absolutely honored to be working with Raven Banner on this crazy adventure, Austin Dickinson said in a statement. Andrew, Elsa, and myself can't wait for you guys to see what's in store. Get your spandex on, bring your wigs, and sharpen your axes. Bjorn is coming. I need to see this. I love movies like this. I love zombie movies. I love zombie games. I think it's fun. I love zombie shows. Walking Dead, of course, classic at this point, is it not? But Evil Dead, all that stuff. I love it. So this sounds really fun, actually. Stuck in a nightclub. That's gonna be good, I bet. Anyway, last story here. Black Sabbath and Napoleon are a match made in heaven and hell. A heavily doctored version of Black Sabbath's iconic War Pigs is burning up the internet via a trailer for Ridley Scott's upcoming Napoleon blockbuster, which actually I cannot wait to see as well. Earlier this year, Sony Pictures uploaded the first trailer for Ridley Scott's upcoming Napoleon blockbuster, starring Joaquin Phoenix. That's how you say his name, right? Joaquin. I can't remember. I've seen him in Joker, but that's all I really know him from. But anyways, Mr. Phoenix as the diminutive, all-conquering tyrant. The trailer was backed by a section of the film's score by composer Martin Phipps. As is Hollywood's wont, a second trailer was released 2 weeks ago, and the music from the first is nowhere to be seen. Instead, viewers are treated to a unique version of Black Sabbath's anti-war classic War Pigs, with Ozzy's original vocals soaked in reverb atop some suitably epic strings. The rest of the band are nowhere to be heard, but hell, it's an effective match. So it looks like this song has also been featured in some other pop culture, such as Gears of War 3, which was a video game, and The Kingsman, which is another movie, I believe. So it is featured in quite a few things, I believe. So in the trailer here, we're gonna actually watch it now. You guys will get to hear the song, which they're talking about here in this trailer. So, well, the ultimate proof of Sabbath's enduring appeal is that they still have an army of fans all around the world across many different age groups and cultures. Like Beethoven, Mozart, and all of the other great composers, you can imagine Sabbath's Made in Birmingham music will still be played and appreciated in 200 or more years in the future too. Simpson, now in his 80s, still works in Birmingham and runs Henry's Blues House at the O Bar, opposite of the official Black Sabbath bench. So let's listen to the song here in the trailer.
General,
we are discovered. Good.
Wait! Nice! It's a trap! Retreat!
I'm not built like other men.
Generals gathered in their masses. Move along now!
Those in power only see me as a brute, unfit for higher office.
Just like witches at black masses.
But I follow in the footsteps of Alexander the Great and Caesar.
Evil minds that plot destruction.
If you look down, you'll see a surprise. Once you see it, you will always want it.
Sorcerer of death's construction.
I must warn you, I will not lead a second in command. I will win by fire. I am destined for greatness. I found the crown of France in the gutter and placed it atop my own head.
Ashes where the body's burning.
You want to be great.
No.
You are nothing without me. Say it.
I believe I speak for all of us. We will all sleep again without this vermin.
Whose country are we in? Mine.
Oh boy, yeah, that's a need to see for me. That's a must see. Wow, when did that say? Thanksgiving? I missed it again. Exclusively in theaters. So no theaters plus streaming, or no theaters streaming a few days later exclusively in theaters. Isn't that funny that they have to mention that now? When a movie comes out, you have to mention, and if this is the case, that it's exclusively in theaters, so that people aren't like, well, why can't I find it on Hulu? That's what a time. Anyways, this was fun. I enjoyed it. I like looking into these little stories, reading about them, and I figured why not share it with you guys on the channel. Let me know if you enjoyed this. If you don't, that's fine. You can also let me know as well. All the feedback is appreciated. So thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time. Peace.